How to log in and use Prodigy. Prodigy is a math program that allows students to work problems out and compete with their classmates both at school and at home. Okay, so here we are at the class link page that has all of your icons, and we're going to look for Prodigy. So Prodigy will look like this. It's a little white app button that has the green monster guy, and it says Prodigy underneath there. It won't say teacher, obviously. And that is what you're going to click in order to get to the Prodigy site for your students to work on math. I'm not going to click that one because I don't want you to see the teacher page. We want you to see the student page. So when you hit that button, it's going to take you to this login. On this login page, you don't want to sign up because your students will already have an account set up by their teacher. So you're going to click login. Now, hopefully your teachers will have it linked to their Google account. So students will be able to click login with Google. If you run into trouble with that, or for some reason it's not linking up, your students will also be assigned a regular username and password. The teachers will have that. Login with Google is always the easiest. No need to remember a password. So let's get logged in here. I'm going to use my daughter's account to show you what it looks like from a student perspective. So when you get logged in, the first thing that will come up are any updates or anything else. Every year it's going to ask them, do you have a new teacher? Then you see an an avatar here. This is student selected. So they get to dress them, they get to decide what kind of little animal they are, what they have in their hand, and so forth. They get to do that, some for free and some for answering math questions. They'll also get a chance to set up what their name is so that they are not using their real names. So it will give them a list of choices for first name and a list of choices for last name. Students will be able to share that information with their classmates if they choose to play or battle against each other, but they will not be seen by their real names online or anything, okay? The next thing is you're always gonna look for this bouncing hand here. That will help the students along the way if they're not sure what they need to do or where to go.
Are you playing from home or from school?
Now, I'm not sure if you heard that, but it does read to you. On the math problems, you'll have to click the megaphone. The students will, if they want it read. It won't automatically do it. As you advance through the game on directions, it will automatically read to you. So this is your little helper guy here. I have two hands to choose from, whether I'm playing from school or playing from home. And then these are the worlds that students can choose from. So the world does not matter. One world is not harder than another. The difficulty level is not going to be affected based on what world they choose. This is really just for backgrounds and for activity settings of what they're going to visualize. It's really not the academics. It's also a way for students to tell each other where they're going to be so that they can find each other and link up, or they can play just against each other on the play offline. For this, once there's 5 students playing in a world, it will close off and the students will no longer be able to join that world. They'll be able to see it, but all of the bars will be filled. If they don't like any of the first 6 that come up, there's a button here for more worlds. They can go and scroll through that. You'll see how this one is already red because there are already 5 players there. So now we can click to go into one of the worlds. It's going to take me there and put me in the middle of where everyone else is. This is my main dashboard. You'll be able to see yourself, which friends are playing, which classmates are playing, and watch short video clips. These other avatars that are in here, these are other students that are playing. Again, notice that they don't have their real names. You can click on them and see things about them, for example, what levels they're at and so forth, so that you can see if you're at about the same level or not. If you battle them and you want to be able to battle them again later, you can send them a friend request. Let's click battle. And this is going to show that I want to battle this person. We'll see if they accept here. I always give it a few seconds, and then you can move on. Some students will choose not to because they don't want to lose levels if they're not sure who you are. Here's my bouncing hand. Okay, so now I've been stopped by some other avatar in there, and it's going to tell me that I have to battle. Here's the academics. The battles are all done with math problems. Now, what each of these items do during your battles, I don't know. The students know that better, but they each mean something. Here's the math problem. If your student is struggling with the reading, have them listen to it. They just click this megaphone button here. If they're struggling to understand and they need a hint, they can click the light bulb and it will give them a hint. So let's just click, let's see, an incorrect answer. So they choose, click cast spell. It's going to tell them, I'm sorry, that's wrong. They will give them a second try. Now I'm going to take out a pencil and I'm going to draw something that might help me, or I'm going to write something that might help me. And then I'm going to choose the correct answer. Cast spell. We're going to celebrate because I've gotten it correct, and it's going to show you what happened. Now that will cost that person $14.81 or $1,481. He fires back and I lose $698. Had I have answered correctly the first time, it would have caused more damage to the other player. Play continues until one person is out of hearts. So select the correct statement for the number 34. Here's what it sounds like if you click the megaphone.
Select the correct statement for the number 34. A. The 3 is in the ones place and means 3 groups of tens. B. The 3 is in the ones place and means 3 groups of ones. C. The 3 is in the tens place and means 3 groups of tens.
Okay, so I select, move on, celebrate, and it will cost him heart points. Now, up here is what you're trying to get to 0. So he is now at 525. I've been lowered to 2,658 some points. I'm going to answer my last question correctly. Sorry about that. And once I answer correctly, this should take away, I think, the remaining points. He is now at 0, and the battle is over. So play continues like this. You go throughout different levels, different battle stations, different people using different attack styles, and the questions will automatically get harder as your students move up through the levels. So you may notice when they first start that their level seems to be a little easy for them. That's okay. It'll move up pretty quickly as long as your student continues to get answers correct. If they begin answering things incorrectly, then the program slows down. They have the option always to watch the videos that will teach them. That was at that main page. And it's got the opportunity for them to answer more than once, hear things out loud, and get hints. So this is a great program for keeping your students involved in the math.